Some crimes baffle investigators for years. No fingerprints, no DNA, no clear trail. It's as though the perpetrators vanished into thin air, leaving behind only disbelief and frustration for law enforcement. Today, we're unveiling 3 real-life cases where criminals slipped away without leaving the faintest clue, defying forensic science and confounding even the most seasoned detectives. Stick around until our final chapter, where we examine a case so surreal that authorities wondered if the entire crime was an elaborate hoax, yet the victims were very real. If you thrive on unsolved mysteries that test the limits of investigative logic, subscribe now so you never miss out on more enthralling revelations. In 2010, a 5-star hotel in Tokyo discovered that a high-profile guest's entire suite had been ransacked. Jewelry, electronics and cash worth hundreds of thousands of dollars gone overnight. Yet the door's electronic lock showed no unauthorized access. Security cameras recorded no suspicious person on that floor, and not a single fingerprint or stray hair was found in the suite. Even the bed and dresser drawers looked meticulously repositioned, as though the thief worked with borderline surgical precision. Hotel management panicked. They combed through logs of every staff member or maintenance worker, cross-referencing keycard usage. Nothing matched. The Japanese police, famed for their thoroughness, soon realized they were up against a chilling puzzle. Some wondered if a staff member disabled the cameras, but the recordings had no sign of tampering. Others floated wild theories about the ghost thief, someone slipping through locked rooms without triggering a single sensor. Ultimately, investigators stood at a dead end. Insurance covered the victims' losses, but the security meltdown left the hotel in humiliation. Even with advanced forensics, the puzzle remained intact. No footprints, no stray fibers, no eyewitness sightings, not even a single partial print on a glass the thief had moved. It was as though an invisible person walked in, took the valuables, and vanished into the night. The perfect hotel burglary remains unsolved, a testament to the notion that in rare cases, criminals really can leave zero tangible trace. In 2015, a small European museum dedicated to medieval relics woke up to a gut-wrenching discovery. A prized 14th century chalice, believed to hold spiritual significance, was missing from its bulletproof glass display. The alarm never triggered, no windows were broken, doors and locks remained untouched. Museum staff insisted they triple-checked everything the night before. Local police suspected an inside job, yet extensive background checks on staff and volunteers yielded nothing suspicious. Forensic teams scoured every inch of the display case, discovering no DNA, no smudges, no forced seams. They even tested the air ducts for potential infiltration. No signs of movement, no disturbed dust. Security footage showed only static coverage, no indication of anyone in the exhibit hall at the time. A wave of local paranoia set in. Some whispered about a cursed relic choosing to vanish. Others speculated that high-tech thieves might have cloaked themselves from cameras with specialized gear. Government authorities, spooked by the potential international black market for such relics, launched a cross-border investigation. Months passed, leading nowhere. The chalice remains absent, and the museum's once prized exhibit is reduced to an empty glass case. To this day, not a single piece of conclusive evidence has surfaced, leaving directors and law enforcement with the maddening question, how can such a revered artifact simply dematerialize without a trace? Our final story is perhaps the most surreal. In 2012, a specialized courier service was transporting undisclosed high-value cargo, rumored to be precious stones or possibly advanced tech prototypes, across Germany. Mid-route, the transport truck's GPS reported an unexpected stop along a quiet stretch of highway. The company's dispatch tried calling the driver but got no response. After a few tense hours, the truck never arrived at its next checkpoint. Alarmed, the company alerted police to a potential hijacking. Authorities found the designated stop. The highway was empty. No skid marks, no sign of struggle, no crashed remains in adjacent woods. By midday, a broad search was in full swing. Nearby towns, service stations, traffic cams, nothing. The entire truck, presumably carrying cargo worth millions, had vanished. No calls demanding ransom, no driver phone signals. Police eventually located the driver's personal phone on the side of an off-ramp, powered off. In the following days, international agencies scoured for any trace of stolen cargo crossing borders. Not a hint. The driver's name turned up no suspicious background. Locals reported seeing a large truck passing at dawn, but no one could definitively identify it. Some investigators hypothesized a sophisticated triple-blind scheme where multiple criminals disguised the truck, transferred the goods into a second vehicle, then quietly disposed of the original truck. Others floated wilder theories of staged alienation or inside sabotage. Years later, not a single piece of the cargo was recovered, nor was the driver's fate discovered. It's as though the entire operation blinked out of existence on that deserted highway, leaving seasoned detectives speechless at how thoroughly the criminals masked every clue. Three crimes and no evidence, a swanky hotel suite robbed with zero prints, a medieval museum relic lifted without the slightest alarm, a transport truck that literally vanished off the grid. Each story strips away our faith in modern forensic infallibility, reminding us that some criminals orchestrate their acts with an almost ghostly precision. Or the truth is something we can't fathom yet. Which story left you the most unsettled? Do you believe cunning criminals can truly leave no trace? Or might we be missing some intangible clue? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found these vanishings as mystifying as we do, subscribe now. Next Saturday's episode dives into brand new revelations about impossible crimes that challenge everything we know. Always remember, if criminals can plan well enough, they might bypass all security, leaving investigators clutching empty theories. In a world where we expect footprints, CCTV, or at least a smudge of DNA, these bizarre vanishings stand as a testament that sometimes reality outstrips even our wildest imaginations. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Until then, stay vigilant for the unexplainable. Sometimes it's happening right under our noses.